Hi everybody, this is my last journal I'm going to video today. Getting a little cold and back here. I don't have any heat back here in my studio, so this is going to be the last one. And it has some real pretty seashells and lace, crochet doily with some lace here. And I thought that kind of went, this is part of a curtain, but it kind of looks like one of those boat steering wheels. Got a little seahorse back here. And it measures 7 1/4 by 4 1/4. There's the spine, and it is 1 3/4. And here's the back, real pretty blue damask, blue and cream damask. I use seam binding for the closure. And I put some little pearls on the end of the seam binding because I thought, you know, it goes with the theme. On the inside, got over here a little seagull. And this is a pocket. And it's got a tag of a little seahorse, and it's got some gold stitching and blue stitching around it. Oh, that's neat. I didn't remember doing that. And some real thready yarns and things like that. Placed a journal there. And what else we got in here? I'm wiggling out of frame, but that's all right. Gotta look at this. Is that not a hoot, or is that not a hoot? I can remember when I took swimming classes, they made us do that. And a vintage card, coffee dyed, some coffee dyed papers. I did. Sammy Joe says hello, everybody. Over here, and all the corners of this book, I rounded with a little heart punch. And it's got a lot of stamping throughout. Starfish there, some cheesecloth. I used cheesecloth in this one because it kind of reminded me of netting. Some coral. Over here, pearl with some cheesecloth. Little fan, kind of looks like coral sticking out there with the starfish. Some good amount of stitching in this one too. And I did use some graphic 45 paper. But you can journal here. It says, make a wish on a starfish. And back here, we've got some, you know, I can't fit my big old hands in this book in the same frame. Got some coffee dyed paper. Uh-oh. This is a photo mat. You could journal on the back. Onion brandy soup. Well, if you don't like onions, maybe you know somebody who does. I love them. Onion brandy soup. Well, this is the same way as French onion soup. Except for use sherry in French onion soup versus brandy. Or maybe you're supposed to sip the brandy while you're cooking the soup. Not really sure on that one. But it goes right in here. And over here, look at this. This has got some stamped on with some flip-flops. A vintage card. Look at this outfit, would you? With their little swimming hats. That's just a card to journal on with some starfish in the background. And like I said, all the edges, corners have got a little something. And this is just for a pretty page. Greetings from the seaside. It's got cheesecloth and stitching, which I thought was kind of neat. How that coffee staining comes out. You never know what you're going to get. Move that down a little bit. I feel like I'm all wobbling all over this table. Another vintage card with some tags for tuck spots. And some coral here. Look at that. It almost looks like ripples of water. Kind of neat. And cheesecloth. There's cheesecloth everywhere in this book. Big starfish. Another pearl with a fan. Piece of cheesecloth there. Over here, this is a petal envelope. It opens like a petal. I used seam binding and put some little pieces of metal in there to hold it. And you just untie it and open it up, and it folds out. And it's got 2 cards to journal on in there. Imagine you could put more. And just coffee stained paper. It just folds back up. Seahorse up here with some cheesecloth. And that's the first signature. Second signature starts here. I used a little bit of a wood grain scrapbook paper for the spine back here on the inside. Kind of give it that oceany feel. That would be a great place for a photograph and to journal about it. It's got some cheesecloth sticking out all over the place. Here's another Graphic 45 image. It's a pocket, expandable pocket. Big starfish. This is a beach scene where they're strolling. Look, the women are just completely dressed to the nines and the men are in their swim clothes. That's hysterical. But it wasn't proper for a lady back then to... And all these are beach chairs back here. That's just so neat. Another pearl, cheesecloth. And this is just a pretty, pretty page. It doesn't do anything but look pretty. And it's got a little beach chair there. Look, they're at it again. They must have took lessons from the same guy that girl did earlier in the book. Standing on a rock, gonna dive in. I don't think I'd do that. But, you know, I'm a chicken. Now, back in my younger days, I might. But at that age, oh, You live and you learn. Look at this. This is a hoot. He's measuring to make sure her swimsuit is at the proper length. I'm sure they really did that back in the day. Another pearl and cheesecloth. And this is a big, huge paper clip. A piece of sari ribbon. A little pretty coral, and it lifts up. You can journal on the back of that. It's a little bit textured, but you can still write on it. And a starfish there. And over here is a belly band out of lace with the starfish. And a little card. A little tuck spot here with coffee dye, and it's been sewn in blue. And this paper clip serves to not only look cool, but it holds everything down. But I love those big paper clips. They're just nice. I like the big ones and the little ones. More stamping. That's the third signature. Over here, I used some sari ribbon for the background. Kind of make it kind of wavy, and cheesecloth and the pearls with a tag that you could journal on if you like. I thought that was really appropriate. Fish, fresh, salted, and pickled. Card done in Latin. And some coffee stained papers with the sari ribbon and the gold and lace. More stamping, coral. Over here's another card with a sun. I just make these little cards up as I'm working on the journal. Sometimes I do my stash, y'all know, but these I just did as I went along. Lots of journaling and stitching in this book. Cheesecloth here. cute. They're so cute. They used to make these little porcelain, they called them swimmer babies, I think, or swimmer dolls or something, but they're not a doll. It's made out of porcelain. Real vintage looking. I know a lady that used to collect them. And a real pretty set she had. This is another Graphic 45. Let your dreams set sail. And behind it is a big tag. It's blank. You can do your own thing. And of course a mermaid with some real pretty fibers. And a little card. It's got a boat on it, which I thought was appropriate for this book. And some more stamping. And the pearl with the cheesecloth. Over here's another card. It's got a parasol and a pail. And family day at the beach. Look at those swim clothes. That's just hysterical. Would y'all wear one of those today? You know, I just might. I've been known to wear some weird stuff now. I would wear it. Stamping, and this is the back. And it's got it says on the sea, and it's also a big pocket. They're, okay, I went blank. Expandable. Lord have mercy, I did. I drew a blank. And inside is a little booklet, the seahorse, and it's got all different kinds of coffee dyed papers in it, but it's blank. I didn't put any stamping or do anything to it. It's just a little plain booklet, which I like. You can do your own thing in that too. And there's the back. That sea-colored wood grain. And there's the damask. And the spine one more time with the little pearls on the end of the tie. And there's the front. And I want to thank y'all for being here and watching my videos, taking time out of your day to spend with me. And I will see you next Friday. Bye-bye.